Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and I am back today with you after a week off. And today is April 27th. I cannot believe it is going to be May on Monday. Today's Thursday. But it's just the month has flown by. It was very busy as I was letting everybody know when we had birthday palooza, it felt like. Then I just got back from my trip to my cousin's wedding to Virginia, which I'll share about the shop I visited. And my in-laws are in town, so we still have more stuff going on as the month comes to an end. And then we move into May, and then it just is crazy still because we have the end of school. So it's like hyperspeed over here. But it's all fun. Nothing bad to report. But I have some stitching to show. I did not get as much stitching done as I thought I was going to get on my trip. I took a few things for fill-in, but it was, once I got on the trip, it wasn't that I didn't want to stitch, but I was pretty tired. So it was like, do what we need. And I was hanging out with family and stuff like that. So no big deal. I did, the week before I left, I was a little bit anxious about flying and stuff. So I felt like I was doing a little here, a little there. I kind of fell off my 5 plan, but I did work on a couple of the things still, but I had a new start and a finish and all kinds of stuff. So, but let me go ahead and get started into what I have to talk about. I am going to talk about my trip to Southern Stitchers Co. at the end, which is in Brookneal, Virginia. If you are in and around the area or it's close for you to drive through, I highly suggest going to visit. I will put some pictures in. A few I will have put at the beginning, and then I'll put a couple at the end. It was so fun to visit, and Whitley, the owner, is so nice and welcoming, and helped me kit up a project, which I'll show, as I wanted to kit something up to commemorate my trip there. And then I bought a few other things, not a lot, but I got some fabric, which was great because she had milk and honey and it was awesome, which is one of my favorites. So I'll show you what I got, and what I did start the project that I bought as my kind of memory piece from her shop, and I have a decent amount done. It was easy. It was on 28 count. So I have that. Then I also wanted to talk about, I have seen in the past couple days, some new releases coming out from Heart and Hand. She has a Seaside Tiny Town coming out. Also, Kathy with Hands On Design. I think it's called Home Christmas or something. It says Merry Christmas, and it was the one that she had released at Jingle Ball as a class kit. That's coming out with some more polar plunges and a couple more of the Mad for Plaid series. So I know that many shops will have them. I have seen a couple of them on Stacie with Stacie's Creative Studio. She's posted a few. Also, Whitley at Southern Stitchers Co. has. I've seen on Instagram. But I wanted to remind everybody a couple things about Stacie's shop. Everything except for the market releases, you can use my code, which is Sweetwater, to get 10% off. And then also I saw a post from her that she is having a 25% off sale off of select patriotic charts from April 25th through May 31st. So if you're on Stacie's website, which I'll have this all below for you to just click and it'll take you straight to her website, there are certain patriotic charts that she has on sale at 25% off, and you don't have to put a code or anything for that. And she is also doing a hashtag, which is hashtag patriotic May stitching, and I'll have it right here for you. And coincidentally, my mania is mainly what kind of my plan so far is mainly patriotic as well. So I'll use that hashtag. But if you're on Instagram, you can follow the hashtag and then see what other people are stitching as well. So again, I'll have that for you guys so that you can see what is what other people are doing. So go check out Stacie's shop. Go check out Southern Stitcher Co., which is on, she has a website, and I'll put the link below. You can go to her website to shop. She has pre-orders. And again, just great local shops to go check out and help keep in business, because going to an LNS, there is nothing like it. One of the, I had the pattern, but I bought fabric and I bought floss for one of my mania projects because I've seen it on pictures, but again, I saw it in person at the shop, and I was like, I'm motivated to get that. I really want to do that now. So I feel like seeing models it's a selling point for sure for patterns. All right. I will have the giveaway winners at the end for the cotton and for the primrose party pack of all the primrose charts. I'll have the winners at the end. And then I also wanted to let you know for this video, I will be doing giveaways at the end as well. So stay tuned if you're interested. I have a few things to give away for that. All right, so then I have my one finish that was like a start and finish because I found it and I thought, well, this would be fun to work on. And I wanted to put some things in it to take on my trip. So Chantel from Chantel's 141 Design Company, when she was at Shepherd's Bush last fall, she bought this kit for me as a Christmas present, and I finally got to stitching it. And it is this, and this is called My Stitching Bag from Shepherd's Bush. And the kit comes with the bag, and it's pre-made. So it's all made, and then you just unzip the zipper and then you stitch on the linen, which it's a little hard to show. And it comes with all the floss. It comes with, there's a couple buttons. It comes with everything. And I had this in my stash, and I was inspired to get it out from Kathy with the so-and-sos. She had done hers, and then she even she made another bag herself. It's not that hard to figure out how to make this. It does have a little bit of a gusset at the bottom that you could use, but I just thought, well, I want to get this done. So I pulled this out, and like I said, it was all as a kit. I have seen a few different people showing that they bought from Market. They have, I think it's called Land of Liberty, but it's another little bag that has patriotic on it, but it's cute, and it's the perfect size to put like a pair of scissors, a needle book, a couple little, a corner gauge, a couple little things in there, and throw it in your bag for a retreat, a trip, even just like I carry my stuff between upstairs and downstairs. So just putting it in that, but it's really cute. So that's from Shepherd's Bush, and I will try to put a link below, but I don't know if they have all of those listed on their website, but I know for sure you can call Shepherd's Bush and they will invoice, or you can pay over the phone to get any of those. All right. So for my whips, the first one I wanted to show, this is a very small start, but this was in my I don't know what I want to do. I'm about to leave on vacation. What do I want to take with me? Mayhem, basically. So I had already kitted this up. This is Birds of a Feather from Blackbird Designs, and I had the Vicky Clayton silk. I was not sure what fabric I wanted to use, but what I ended up deciding to use, and I hope I wrote this down. Of course, I don't know where. Oh, good grief. Okay, well, it's 30 count something from Legacy, and I cannot remember which color it is, but it's one of the 30 counts, and I think it's pecan shortening. And so this is how far I got on this. I just got the border, but what I liked about the 30 count, and I did not end up taking this with me, but it would have been a good one to take, is that I can use, I don't have to use a magnifier, I don't have to use a lamp, I don't even have to use a hoop, I can stitch it in hand, but it's easy to see. And then I thought it would be really cool for it to be a little bit bigger. And I want to say that they stitched this, they stitched it on 32 count. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than what the model was, but it's not that much. But I was like, I don't really want to do it on a small count because I want this to be pretty big. So I just got the outline of the border started. I do not know when I'm going to get back to it, but at least it started, and it is something that I do want to work on at some point. So I can easily pull it out now and just get started on it, or get back working on it. This was one that I did take with me, and this is Channing Street by Annie Beez Folk Art. And I love this pattern so much. So what I was able to do is I had, and I'm sorry I did not iron any of this. I don't remember where I was at last time. If I can find a picture, I'll put a picture. But I have all the border done. I went and did the grass so I could get the house outlined. So I had outlined the house and I had put the windows in. And then when I was sitting on the way back, I had a major delay because there was, of course, thunder and lightning storms in Orlando, and we couldn't get out, or the plane couldn't leave here to come to Roanoke so that we could come home. So we had a lot of time at the airport on the way back. But I was able to get some of the vine filled so that I could start filling in the house and all the windows done. So I'm working on the house, and then I have some of the leaves for the strawberries, so I can just go back and work on filling in the strawberries. And then I do remember last time I talked, I started this on my daughter's birthday. And so what somebody had suggested was changing the colors of her initials in the alphabet to for her name, and I thought that was a great idea. So I do have to take the P out because her initials are KLP. So I haven't done the K or the L, so I'll change those and the P. And I'm going to pick a color that's in the pattern, something that's not going to stand out too much. Actually, I might use pink because pink is her favorite color. So we'll see, but that's how I'm going to commemorate or honor her with this in this pattern. So again, I love this so much, and I want to get back to it, but then I really want to start my patriotic stitching. So the struggle is real. There are too many things I want to do, and I don't have enough time in the day to do them all. This is very little progress, but I had taken this I tried to take a couple things that were fill-in so that I could fill in on the airplane. And this is what I did fill in on the plane on the way. For every opening flower by Brenda Gervais. And I did not even get the whole thing filled in, and I worked the entire time. I was just filling in the blue on the house. So I have that, and then this is what I have so far that I was able to get done during my 5x5. So I have the whole right side for the most part. There's some more things that go inside here that I need to do, and I think there's a couple other little parts, but for the most part that's done. So then I just need to go in and finish the other side, which it's not just, I still have some more days to be working, but I have made progress and I'm that much closer to the finish line. So I think I'm going to put this away for another month and then pull it out when I do get some more bee things out. Because I am most definitely was bit by the patriotic bug. When I saw, well, you'll see from 2 of the things I bought at Southern Stitchers Co. and then Priscilla and Chelsea stitching with the Housewives, the new God Bless America. That like really got me in gear to want to work on patriotic. So you'll see from another thing I started last night that I want to get some major progress. So this one, I meant to show this last week. Mend, which is, excuse me, the SAL that I started for my 1-year Flossiversary. And a few people were asking about this. There is no timeline. There is no rules. If someone, Sarah has already finished it. Other people I've seen are working on it. Even if you haven't started it, you can always join in. I have never made one of these, which is why I wanted to do it in the first place. But I have, other things have kind of taken precedence. So I have gotten a little bit, and I actually restarted it on different linen. So I'm slowly but surely doing this, but I am in no rush to hurry to get it done. I have never made one of these pin cushions, so that will also be interesting at the end, but I will finish it. I just am not like hurrying to get it done. All right, so I don't know. I love the color I had picked, which was Title by Picture This Plus, and this is the color. I am very weird about colored linen and stitching on it, and I like the color, like I said, but for some reason, I just wanted a neutral. So what I ended up deciding on doing is switching to 28 count vintage smoky white, which I had a piece and I restarted it just because I wanted a neutral, and it has a little bit of like a brown modeling, and I like how it looks. So I decided to restart. I was able to get a little bit of the first tomato. I got the stand, and then I started the ruler that goes along the whole thing. So I just have this in my bag downstairs, or my basket, to whenever I feel like picking this up with some bright colors, I can pick it up kind of in the middle of my other stuff. But like I said, I'm not racing to get this finished. I do want to get it done, but it might even be something that I take to StitchCon. Like if I get the whole ruler outlined, I can fill the ruler in or something like that. But if you are working on it, make sure to use the hashtag I think it's Mend Block Party Sal. I will put the hashtag right here because I can't even remember. And it's in the Project Keeper that Carrie Tiger Lily Designs specially made for my 1-year Flossiversary. So thank you, Carrie. And I forget who even got this. Let's see. Someone out there has a matching one to me. Let's see who it is. Lisa Anderson has a matching case to me, so, but I love the cases. And also at the very end, and I will give fair warning in case you don't want to see, I have gotten my Keeper Club box and I will share it at the very end. But like I said, I will give warning. So if you don't want to see it because you haven't gotten it, you can turn the video off. But that will be the very last thing that I do. Okay, let's see. What else did I do? I did do a little bit on Sally Spencer by Birds of a Feather, which this was part of my 5 for 5. So I did do a little bit on this, and I was also considering taking this, but I decided to take the fill-in. This is on 28 count creme brulee by R&R, and I don't know if they have this anymore, but this was an old piece. So I had this row done, and I finished up this row and then started on some red, and I love this so much. This is out of print. You can find it on the secondary, but I would like to get this done by the end of the year. So we'll see. I might get this out during Sampler September or another month where I just want to have some. This is pretty easy stitching because it's 28 count for me. So I'm going to put this back, but this might come back out later in the year. We'll see. I didn't get very much done, but again, yesterday I did not. I've been in like this very strange stitching mood. Like I want to stitch something, but I don't really know what I want to stitch. I kind of want to start something, but kind of want to just work on a WIP, but I don't know. So I don't know if anyone else gets in that, but it always seems to happen like when I come back from a trip, or I'm like, it's about to be a new month and I'm making my plans. And so I, again, pulled out the old trusty Plum Street samplers. Always remember. And I am doing the color conversion that Chelsea from, who is Annie's daughter from Annie Beez, she finished hers. I didn't get very far, but I did get a few more of the stars filled in. And then I filled in another flower, and the flowers are with dolphin. This is the medium blue, and the variegation is amazing. I'm using 2 strands, but I'm doing full crosses to get the full variegation, and it's so pretty. So I am debating putting this in my Mania, because to me it's not red, white, and blue, but it does have a patriotic feel with the blue linen. And I do not know, this is like a mist dye from Color and Cotton, and I don't even know what the color was supposed to be, but it was some piece that I had bought a long time ago off their website, so I don't even know the color, but I love that. And this is in a Dot Dot Goose bag, which it's funny because I've had this in the bag for a while, so when I see this bag, I know that this is the pattern that's in the bag. Okay, this is another one that I started. It came right, or no, that's not it. I don't know where the other one went, but this is one of the projects that I bought. I had the pattern, but I bought the floss and the cloth at Southern Stitchers Co. And it is Liberty Lane by Country Cottage Needleworks. And what I did is let me just double check before I tell you the wrong thing. Oh, I did end up, so for the most part, I picked off, okay, I do have one color. So what I did is Whitley, and I'll show you this while I talk. This is on 32 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And Whitley had this stitched in the colors that Priscilla changed hers to, which were all classic color works. And she didn't have the red that it called for, and she didn't have the blue, and there was another color. So what I did is I picked some colors. I didn't start it till I got home because I had to get the pattern at my house. But I did pick 2 of her colors, which are Old Flag. These are from Southern Fried Floss, and also Farmhouse White, both of which she dyed. And then I also have Dark Indigo from Color and Cotton. And so this is, and then the other ones are the ones that Priscilla changed hers to, which you can find that conversion on her blog, and I can put a link to the blog post below if you are also interested. And again, this is the chart. So I did just get it started the other day. This is the middle bunting at the top. But this is part of my Maynia plans to work on this. I don't foresee it taking a long time. It is filling in all the houses, but if I can outline the houses, then I can fill them in on the go or when I'm watching my kids. But I have loved this for a long time. I've had this for a long time, but I just never got it going. And when I saw hers on the wall, that just like spurred me to want to do it. So that's one, and that's also going in the Maynia plan. I did not start. Let me show you the other start I had, and then I'll kind of go into Maynia. So this also was inspired by the Stitching with the Housewives new God Bless America chart. This is America the Beautiful, and this is from when did they come out with this? It doesn't have a date. I think this one is from last year, but I might be wrong. But you can buy the PDF on Fat Quarter Shop or the Stitching with the Housewives Etsy, or you can buy the paper pattern. And then of course, many LNSs carry the paper pattern as well. So again, I've had this in my stash for a long time. So I went and pulled this out because this really goes with the new pattern. And I decided, I was going back and forth because I wanted them to kind of coordinate, because I did pre-order that one and I will be stitching that. And I will put a picture right here of the pattern I'm talking about, the new God Bless America pattern by Stitching with the Housewives. So I want them to coordinate. So I found this piece of 32 count Silver Fox. And let me get the floss too. Silver Fox by Fiber on a Whim that I bought from Fat Quarter Shop. And okay, I think this is, I put a picture of this on my Instagram, but I got this started last night, and this is where I am. So I have also a piece, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do God Bless America on 32 count Tornado by Fox and Rabbit. And that has like splotches of blue and white or cream. And so I thought that they would look great together. So I started in the middle so I could get the flag done and then move to the other parts, because I felt like the flag was that's going to take the longest time, and then I can get the other stuff worked in. I know Teresa, the Garden Goose Stitcher, she just finished hers, and obviously many other people have, but I have loved this, like I said, for a long time, and I kind of got away from stitching on the black, but when I saw the new one, I thought, I want to have both of these to hang up. So I really want to get working on this and try to get as much done as I can before the new one comes. so that I can get started on that. And I have this is part of my haul. On Sunday, I was able to snag one of the Starry Owl stitchery bags in the Lori Holt fabric. And I love her bags, and I absolutely love this fabric. So they're hard to get, but if you are quick, you can get one. So that is part of my mania. And then let me all right, the rest is part of my mania. So let me go into talking about that. So what I think I've landed on, and I have not completely decided on the exact projects. So what I ended up doing is I decided I wanted to do patriotic. So I have pulled, and I have a couple that are not patriotic, but mostly patriotic. Some are WIPs, some are new starts, and things I want to get done. My plan, so when I figured out the days, I can work on 8 projects, each project for 3 days. And I thought, well, I've done 5 for 5, so that was 5 days. And I felt like around day 3 or 4, I was getting a little restless, and I was ready for day 5 to come and to move on to the next project. So I thought, well, I know I have so many patriotic patterns. Maybe if I spent 3 days, and I would know that on the 4th day, I would be moving on to another project, and maybe I would be able to focus more on the projects. And then I could have a few more to kind of be working on. So I am going to work on 8 projects for 3 days each. And then I still have a week left that I'm going to work on one of my, I have 2 different ones. I'm going to pick one of them, large Christmas WIPs. So I'm going to work on that for a week. And if before the week is up, I'm bored with that, I'll go back to working on what's in my my patriotic bag. But I am going to do Christmas in July, but then I was also thinking I have 2 big Christmas projects that I really want to get on the wall. So if I dedicate 1 week each month to stitching on one of them, that will kind of help get some progress. So that is my plan as of right now. And I'm going to show you right now the projects I picked to pick from. So I have more than 8, just a couple more. I think I have 10. But I'm going to just go through the bag when it's a new time after the 3 days and pick one of the projects. I'm not right now, and this could change. Right now, I'm not going to pre-plan which ones I work on. I'm just going to know that I have to pick from this bag. So the first one, and it's kind of ones because there's 2 in this bag. One of them is a WIP and one of them would be a start. So the first one is, and these are like, I went back and pulled out old WIPs. So I was getting motivated to get to my WIPs. So this is the first one, and this is called Liberty Hill. What is it called? This is the pattern, Liberty Hill Farm. And I am using the colors that Priscilla had used on a piece of 14 count hand dyed. Do not ask me what I dyed it with. I have 0 idea, but it is very grungy. Ada. So I started this, and I have this half is done. I need to finish the top. There's a bell and a house, and then the hill and the date. So this one could definitely be a finish during the month. In the 3 days, I think I could for sure get this done. And this is on 14 count Ada, so it should go very quickly. So this is my first one. And then in this same bag, I also have, which I ordered some floss and some different fabric for. This is Freedom Reigns by Silver Creek Samplers. And again, this was inspired from Priscilla. So I want these to go together. So I picked something that was a little, I forget which fabric I ordered. I'll show you when it comes in, because I think this one for sure I want to get started. I do not think I will get this finished, but I can at least get a good chunk done. And I believe I ordered some 32 count to work on that. So that is my first couple. Then this is another WIP, and this is All American by Primrose Cottage. And I love that. And this one, and again, don't ask me the color. I do not have any idea. I can tell you the floss colors. I think, let's see. Sorry, I didn't have this all pulled out. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are the ones I was using. So let me show you. This is where I am. This is, again, Ada I dyed myself. So this should also be, especially because I've been stitching on the linen, the Ada I can go pretty quickly. So this is where I am. And these are the colors. Wavy Navy, Deep Blue Sea, Bamboo, and Ribbon Red. So this one for sure will get picked up for 3 days. I do not know if I will get it done in 3 days, but I will sure try. And some of these, like where it says white stars and 1776, I might change that and not fill this in. I might not fill that in just to kind of speed it along for the sake of getting it finished. Because I can kind of switch up some of the colors, and I changed my linen color, so I already have the blue on the background. So we'll see, because again, some of these patriotic WIPs, I love them and I just want to get them done. So that one is another. Then this, okay, this is a Sal that is going to start May 1st, and you can start along whenever you want, but May 1st, and the stitch along is hosted, so I will be starting this on May 1st. The stitch along is hosted by Sun City Stitchers, and it's a twin sisters. They have a Flosstube, and it is hashtag float or sting Sal, and it's for float or sting, whichever one sister's doing one and one's doing the other. But I'm going to do float. I did previously start this on 40 count, and I have since changed my mind, and I am going to do it on 36 count toasted almond by Fabrics by Stephanie to make it a little bit easier on my eyes. So I'm gonna restart this. I didn't get very far, but I have, things flying everywhere. I have all the floss on the dial, which I got this from Treehouse Fiber Arts. I do not think she has any more, but you could always check back, Rachel. So that is a May 1st start for sure. So that will be 3 days. Then I have this in my bag. This is also a WIP. I have lots of WIPs, and I'm sure all of you know this, but it was kind of fun going back through them. So to me, this is kind of patriotic, the Salt Box Quilt Sampler. And the fun thing to me is that, like, I pull these out, and I remember I bought this at Brick City. This was the retreat I went to at the end of last summer. So it's really fun to pull them out and like the memories of when I started them. So I just started the top. This is 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. So if I get a few things done on this, I would be happy. to move it along. But again, I'm not going to necessarily work on every single one of these, but I will. This is one of the choices I have. And this is in an old bag from Fiddle Feathers. Oops, okay, well, don't look at the pattern. This is not patriotic, but I saw somebody do this and it really got me wanting to do it. So this is, excuse the dog barking. This is called Garden Morning, and you cannot see the whole chart. This is a pin drum, but I want to do it as a flat finish, and it has this awesome bird with amazing variegation. So I bought the floss. Most of it's the called for. A few of it I had to substitute when I was at, and it's from this book, The Sewing Club, which has some great projects in. Even this one is pretty. I mean, all of them are pretty. But I bought the floss for that from Southern Stitchers Co. when I was there, and I have a piece of the Toasted Almond from Fabrics by Stephanie that I'm going to do that on. So I have that in my bag as like a break from patriotic stitching, kind of, because I'm a little bit nervous. As much as I love patriotic and I want to do it, that I'm going to burn myself out and then I'm not going to want to stitch on it. So I wanted to have a couple things already kitted and pulled that were not patriotic in case I kind of got out of the mood. So I'd have those ready. This is a WIP. This was from my 5 for 5 Home Sweet Home by Brenda Gervias, and this is where I am. This will not take very long to get done. I could probably finish this in 3 or less days. So this could be a strong contender. And let's see. These 3 are starts. This I have wanted to do for a very long time. Flag Folk by Not Forgotten Farm. And I have a piece of Wren. And I have, let's see, these are the colors that Lori Holt used to stitch hers. And I got these from her blog or her post, I forget, but, or I think they're the same, or if not, they're very close. So I really would like to get this started. Again, this is kind of big, but if I don't start the things, they just sit in my, all this stuff sits there, so I might as well start them. This is another I've wanted to do for a while. I see people do these, and it's from Souvenirs of Summer. And let me see if I can find the picture. This is what it is. It's Summer Jubilee. So pretty. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right name of it. This was also, yes, Summer Jubilee. This was also in a Just Cross Stitch magazine, if you have that and not this. So I have most of the called for colors, and Holly, Mrs. Jones Stitches, she did this. It's so pretty. And I have a piece of 30 count Twilight from Weeks Dye Works to do. And I know this is a mess, but this is one that's pretty high on the list to do. So I feel like you'll be seeing this as one of my projects. And I have one more, and then I have my project that I bought from Southern Stitchers Co., which is summery, so it'll kind of go in this. I have Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut, and this was my whip stick pull. And I had started it on Weeks Dye Works Platinum. I only had a fat quarter. I could only find a fat quarter. I just felt like it was way too tight, because after I got my This Is the Day framed, I decided I want to have this professionally framed. So I needed to make sure I had enough border to have someone frame it. So I ordered from the Tinsmith's Wife, Weeks Dye Works 36 Tin Roof. And I'm using I changed a couple of the reds on this. So I want to get this going again. There's no way I'm going to have this done this year, but I would like to get it started and some progress on it. And this is in one of my very favorite Michelle Lee quilt bags. So that is all. Oh, one more, patriotic, and then I'll show the 2 Christmas ones. So this is part of my haul. This is a bag that I got from Whitley at Southern Stitchers Co. And in it, this is my pattern I picked. And she had a model, and so it got me. This is Summer ABCs by Little House Needleworks. She did it with the conversion from Priscilla. And I will put the link to the post below because Priscilla changed apples to bees, and then she has flowers instead of fireflies. So you can see that, and then it's in her colors. It is on 28 count vintage country mocha. And this is what I have gotten done so far. So I got all the way down to I stitched in the bees, and I wrote in the word flower and the word ice cream. So this is for sure one of my 8 patterns, and I would like to get this done. And then when I mount this, or however I finish it, I will be having a library card on the back, writing something about visiting the shop, and then I'll probably put a couple of the pictures in the back just to remember that I got this. I kitted it up at the Southern Stitchers shop. So that was a really fun, and I got that idea from Chantel at 141 Design Company. She had visited Colorado Cross Stitcher, and she did the same. And I just thought that was a really fun idea, especially because I don't visit a whole ton, but the ones I do, it would be a fun way to remember the shops by. All right, I will clean this up after. My 2, these are the ones I'm gonna pick, and depending on how much I get done on the one I pick, I might carry it over to June, or I might pick the other one. So put one away and pick up the other one next month. But the first choice is Noel Sampler. And this is actually going to be my question for the giveaways this week, is which one of these should I work on? So the choices are Noel Sampler. And let me show you where I am. I actually have a lot done on this. So this is the first, this is Noel Sampler. And that's by Brenda Gervais. And this is in my awesome Christie Crosshatch Quilts bag that I love. I love this fabric too. So that's the first one. Or should I work on this, this Happy Morning, which I have very little done. And this is, let's see, I think it goes this way. This is on, what color is this? Night Sky by Fiber on a Whim. So I just have this teeny tiny start at the top. But this is my other choice. So and I'll remind you when I show the giveaways, but you're going to either answer this Happy Morning or Noel Sampler for which one I should work on. And I also wanted to show this because I saw someone doing this. I thought this was a genius idea, and I think I'm going to use it, is instead of stitching all of this grass. She was just stitching the trees. And I think I'm going to do that and see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, I'll fill it in. But I thought, well, that's a great idea to not have to fill in all of that green. So, and of course I can, if I can find who was doing that, I'll put her name here, but I forget. Of course I don't think I took a screenshot, but I love that idea. Because I don't want to stitch all that green, but I want to stitch this pattern so bad. So one of those will be what I work on for a week for my Christmas for this month. And that's just something new that I just kind of decided to try to do. Okay, so that is my plan for Maynia. So of those projects I showed, I will pick 8 of them. When the day comes to pick a project, I'll decide which one, work on it for 3 days, put it away, and then I will work on either This Happy Morning or Noel Sampler for a week. And then in June, I am going to, for sure, be working on Pillows from Summer Memories, which is the book by Susan Aki. And I am using Kimberly's gingham, the blue gingham. I have some antique white, and then I'm going to get some kind of natural flax or the natural with the dots. I can't decide for the third fabric. I'm going to use the Aurifloss pack from Fat Quarter Shop. Also, I cannot remember if no, it's in July. So I will do that. Then I will also, this is like a rough plan for June. I want to work on Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Design. So I was thinking about putting that in there because it's kind of summery. Continue with the Patriotic. I might, if I have a couple of these WIPs close to the end, I might get those finished up, kind of catch up, figure out what I have to work on. I really want to get some more WIPs done to completion. So kind of go through my stuff, probably reorganize in the next month to figure out what I have, reprioritize for the end of the year. July, I am going to do Christmas in July. I do not have exactly what I'm going to do. I know 2 things. One, I am participating in the Fat Quarter Shop Mystery Stitch Along. Also, I am going to be working on the 12 Days of Christmas by Liz Matthews, the tree and the sampler patterns that she has. And there are a couple other things that have caught my eye that I might also throw in there, or I might just focus on those things. That is to be determined. And then I think in August, I'm thinking of kind of working on Beez. I tried to pick up, I can't even think of what it's called. Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage, which is a stitch along going on, and I just was not in the mood. So I am thinking I'm going to save that till August, and then I'll like really double down on it and get either it all done or get a big chunk of it done. But I just have not really been in the mood, and I don't really want to work on something that I'm not in the mood to do because I have so many other projects that I can work on, and this is a hobby. As much as I do have plans, to me that's fun. So if you don't like to plan, then you don't have to make any plans, but I enjoy making the plan, even if I don't stick to it. But I want to stitch on the things that brings me joy because I only have so much time each day to stitch, and I want that to be a relaxing time, and I want to like what I'm working on. So I'm like, I'll just wait. And I have a couple other sales that I'm in and participating in, and I just haven't really been in the mood to work on them, and that's okay. I still have them started, and I'll get back to them, and I will get them done eventually, but it's just not right now. So if you're working on something that I have started or am working on, post pictures, and that a lot of times inspires me to kind of, oh, I have that, let me go pick it up or whatever. Okay, so that is all of my stitching and such. So let me move this over and I will share my haul. I will then do the giveaway winners. And then I'll do the giveaways and I will share the Keeper Club box at the very end. So these are the things that I got from Southern Stitchers Co. First off, this was the adorable bag that my stuff came in when I checked out. The Lori Holt bag. So I purchased Summer ABCs, and then I got 32 count Milk and Honey with the floss to do Liberty Lane. I also got this pattern, and I ordered all the stuff to do it from 123 Stitch, and it's on its way. But I saw, again, the model, and it was awesome. This is Lucy Beam's Ghost and Pumpkins drum roll, and it doesn't even have a date on here, but this thing is so cute in person, and I think I'm gonna do it as a flat finish. But it's on 32 count Ancient, and it has Gentle Arts floss and everything I found on 123 Stitch. So I want to get this in my fall stitching for sure. This one I have looked at for a long time and I never bought it, but they had it and I thought I'll just get it. Tumbleweeds. This is I figure if a girl wants to be a legend, then she should just go ahead and be one. And it's called Legendary Girls. I just love this. I've wanted this for a long time. I saw this, A Merry Little Christmas by Bent Creek. This is one I did not get. I think this was a market release. This is Birds of a Feather Needlebook by Stacie Nash. A lot of hers I had from clubs with Country Sampler. So I didn't have this and I didn't buy it. And this is what the back of it looks like. So you could essentially make a couple different needle books, but I love that. And then this is one of Whitley's patterns, Sugar Maple Designs, and this is Buzzing Bees, and I thought that was really cute. So that is what I bought at that shop, and that was super fun. This I won in a giveaway. I am part of Farm Girl Dry Goods, Michelle Rudy, her Patreon, and she had some goodies she brought back from market, and she was doing some giveaways on there, and I won this book. And it has this pattern in it, and then it does not have the states patterns, but it has the stitch, and then it has all the information about it. It also has recipes in the back. So I thought this was fun, and it's not necessarily something I was going to buy, but I won it, so I was really excited. So I love this, and I can't wait to look. Some of the recipes look really good. All right, from Stacie Stitcher Co. No, Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. I got Honeybee Fair. This was from Market. I was able to get some of Ymir's Silk, which this is berry blue. And I thought that this would be really pretty with some of my samplers I got from the Nicola's red box from her birthday box. I'm going to do them in blue. And so I wanted to get some silk, some blue silk to go with it. I got 36 count parchment by Atomic Ranch. And then I also got this, which is this month's giveaway. This is Sweet Square Teal by Tell an Emblem. So there will be one of these to give away at the end. That was all from Stacie's Stitches Creative Studio. Oops. And then this was from, oh, two more things. The first, this is from My LNS, which is Needleworks in Altamont Springs. I got this. This is Wild Bird Seed. I've never made one of these bags, but I'm extremely intrigued and I would like to make one. I want to get the linen and all the stuff that it's called for to try to make the bag because I think it's really cool. So I got that. I also picked this up because I don't get the magazine anymore, but in this magazine, well, first of all, there's a lot of really good patterns in this magazine, but specifically, this is why I bought it, and I'm sure many of you have seen this. This is from Pansy Patch Sheet Quilts. Lori, I think her name is Lori. Yeah. Yes, Lori. She has this pattern in this magazine, and I think it is amazing. So I bought the magazine to stitch this up at some point. But there's like a lot of really good patterns in this one. So get this magazine if you don't already subscribe or you haven't picked it up. There's some other really good, what was the other one I really liked? There's a Stitchy Princess. There's like a moth butterfly. Really pretty. So this is a good one. And then these were two. This was from my market order. I hadn't got yet because Hobby House was waiting for something. But I got Sarah Ann from Leela Studio. I love that. I think I might do this for Black Sampler November. It's so pretty. It's done in cast iron skillet, which I have some of that. And then this, Nature by Teresa Koget. And this was the only Teresa, maybe one other, that I did not have from her market. And so I got this. And I have Michelle, who's Mama Loves You GB on Flosstube. She said she was going to use the Fox and Rabbit Flooded Gum linen from their Fabric of the Month Club to do that on, and I have that, so I'm going to put that together. And again, I don't know when it's starting, but at some point I'll get to it. It's so pretty. But that is what I have. So let me announce the winners for last week's giveaway, show the giveaways for this week, and then I will open the Keeper Club box. So if you don't want to see that, you can head out, but let me do the giveaways first. So the first giveaway was Sweet Dreams, the cotton batting. And I am going to put the winner on the next screen. So the winner of this is and the next giveaway was the Primrose Cottage Palooza pack, whatever you want to call it, all of the charts. And the winner of that pack is okay. So for this week's giveaway, the key words, or actually it's going to be numbers, but the question is, should I work on, for my 1 week of Christmas for May, should I work on This Happy Morning, or should I work on Noel Sampler? So if you think Noel Sampler, write Noel Sampler. If you think this happy morning, this happy morning. And I am going to do a search and see which one has more, and that's the one I'm going to work on. So answer that and then use the numbers. You need to be over 18. You need to be a U.S. citizen, or citizen. You need to be a U.S. resident. I don't know where that came from. So over 18, U.S. resident, subscribe to my channel and like the video, and then put the numbers you're interested in. So number 1 will be, this is compliments of Stacie from Stacie's Creative Studio, is a copy of Sweet Square Teal, which I think this is so pretty. So this is number 1. Number 2 is Starbarks by Plum Street Samplers. This is number 2. And number 3 is, I purchased one of these, and she sent to, Maria. She owns this shop, and it is a needle minder called A Needle Runs Through It. And this is the needle minder. So this is number 3. You will win the needle minder, which is so cute. And then this is, oh, these are her other friends' shops, but A Needle Runs Through It is her shop on Etsy. And then she has some other ones. So if you want to take a screenshot and look them up, they are all, let's see. Shannon Squire Designs is not, but the other ones are all on Etsy. And I don't know if you can see the QR codes, but here are the QR codes for their shops too. So she was so generous and sent this along for you guys. I also got one. So this is number 3. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to open the Keeper Club box now. So if you don't want to see it, then I will see you in 2 weeks. If you do, then join me. So first, the box comes beautiful with the tape. And in the box is beautiful pink. Mine's all taken apart, but it also had pink crinkle paper in here too. That has bit the dust. But all right, so the first thing in the box is Tilda buttons. And those are super cute. They are just cute. She also included, this was from Oh Little Wren. It is a needle minder that has the Tilda look. It also, there's a sticker. So cute. Okay, I want to make sure. One of the things which is in my refrigerator, because it didn't get on anything, but I live in Florida and it was chocolate and it melted in the bag. So everything is safe, but it's coming back together in the refrigerator. I have tried it. It's really good. It was Blue Ridge Bark. It's a Virginia-based company. It's really good. They're based in Charlottesville, which I have family from there. It's delicious. Okay. Oh, I put it in here. Excuse me. This was a bag from, I want to tell you the right thing, custom designed and exclusively created for the Keeper Club. This is a one-of-a-kind pouch from a small business in Little Rock, Arkansas called Properly Marked. And this was the bag. It says Stitch, and it's a clear vinyl bag. So cute. And then the last thing was the Keeper, and it was with Tilda Fabrics. And I love, love, love Tilda so much. so pretty, and I cannot wait to put something in this. I don't even know what it's going to be yet, but you know it's going to be something soon. Probably one of the projects I showed you, because how can I not stare at the project keeper while I'm working on my project? So this was the keeper from the, and it's the new spring summer line called Pie in the Sky. And the buttons are also from Pie in the Sky too. So again, the Keeper Club, she has a wait list. You can get on the wait list. She, right now, if you already are a subscriber, you automatically get renewed. And then if she has openings, she's opened a few more spots in this past one, and I think maybe in the next one she's going to. But you can get in on it. It's awesome. It's especially great if you have wanted to try one of her keepers, but you can't get to the 15th of the month sale. This is a great way to get a keeper and extras by small businesses. But it's completely worth it in my opinion. I cannot wait to use my keeper. And again, I don't even know which one of these great projects it's going to hold, but I can't wait. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me, spending your time. I hope you saw something that inspired you or that you enjoy. I cannot wait to see what everyone else is stitching for Maynia. Even if you're just stitching on what your normal WIPs and you don't have any special plans, it's all amazing. So I cannot wait to see, and I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.